And welcome back to another Kentucky Magazine, ICN 6. Every year we see the emerging artists as they come on board to our wonderful location of Summerfair. Well, the emerging artists take place and are celebrated just about every day of the year thanks to Summerfair, the wonderful job that they do. With me today is Flynn, a trustee from Summerfair, here to talk about those emerging artists coming from colleges, high schools?
Colleges. Six area colleges participated in helping us find the next big thing in artists.
What is the next big thing in artists?
Well, they haven't been unveiled yet. The unveiling is Saturday night from 5 to 7.
Our poster, our new 2009 poster, is that what you're talking about?
No, the poster is February 22nd.
All right.
That's very different. This is college students whose artwork has been recognized by their professors as the next big thing in art, and they feel like they have great creativity and should be, showcased in our exhibits. So that's something that we do around the year. We're trying to make people more aware that the event in May is really a fundraiser for things that we do throughout the year. The money that we raise at that event, at Summerfair, as people know it, is used throughout the year to give grants, do exhibits like this, and really help the arts in Cincinnati. So that's really our focus this year.
You are right. Every year we think of Summerfair as a once-a-year celebration of everything art, whether it be sculpture, paint, jewelry, fabric, glass, but we think of it as almost a craft fair, as a huge compilation of artists from all around the area, sometimes the world.
Right.
But we don't think of Summerfair as an ongoing project for the talented people we have in our area.
Exactly, yeah, and that's partly our fault is for not, making people more aware of it, but we're working on that. So hopefully this will help a little bit in helping people understand that we are working behind the scenes all the time.
Where will this exhibit take place?
It's at the Anderson Civic Center on 5 Mile Road.
Sure.
It's from 5 to 7 this Saturday, January the 27th. And you really should come out and support those artists because they might be in the fair in years to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What colleges are represented and what talent from those colleges are represented?
There are 6 area colleges: Xavier, UC, the Art Academy, NKU, and Miami, and I'm missing one.
I was going to see if one was, let's see, NKU, College of Mount St. Joe, did you say Art Academy of Cincinnati?
Art Academy, yep.
Okay, UC, DAP, Miami, Xavier.
Yeah, all of the major area players.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really all different types of artwork, whatever their professors thought they should be recognized for. So it could be sculpture or oils or any type of medium.
Just a dozen, I'm seeing just a dozen names, so they must be extremely talented.
The creme de la creme, yes.
Wow,
yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, as long as I have you here, so we've decided on the poster.
The poster this year is decided upon.
I loved the poster last year. It was one of my favorites. The brush going into the iris, because the iris is one of my favorite flowers. I thought that was great. It really depicted a lot of different interests of what is usually on tap at Summerfair.
Definitely.
And
this year will not disappoint.
They never disappoint. There are people that collect those every single year.
Yes.
One of the perks of what I'm going to talk about next is that you get a free poster, and that's being a volunteer.
Exactly.
Saw a shout out in December in the Cincinnati Enquirer regarding if you want to volunteer, now's the time that you better get your name in there.
Exactly. That will give you the choice of where you want to work or who you want to work with if you know someone there. And we need over 400 volunteers each year, so we are not going to say no.
Absolutely. Every year, people who love art, who love to be involved with it in some capacity, love to volunteer for this special weekend that really kicks off our summer. And now's the time to get your name in there?
Absolutely. Yes, just hit the website, www.summerfair.org, and you can just follow the directions there on how to sign up.
Now, once these young people are applauded this coming weekend at the exhibit, what's their next step?
Their next step is to just use that exposure, just use it to their advantage and market themselves. And many of them are close to graduation, so this will be a great prop for their portfolio going forward to get into master's programs or to, get into exhibits elsewhere.
How were they chosen?
They were chosen by the professors. The professors in each college chose 2 from their area to make sure that they were the best of the best, and we just let them do, the professors know best of their students. Is that a sculpture?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
Everything else looked like flat paints, but the last one we saw, the two homes, were they two sculptures?
I believe they are. I have the artwork to us has not been unveiled yet. It's being set up as we speak.
Well, we're setting it up right now,
Yes.
I think, for our viewers, that's
Yes.
for sure. Wonderful. So we are seeing a lot of the type of art that
The different mediums,
is
yes.
probably a lot of
It was
paint
totally
work
up to the professors. Yeah.
Now, what's your day gig? How did you become involved with Summerfair as a trustee, and what makes you want to make sure that it succeeds and the word gets out?
Well, my parents are artists. My dad is an artist with wood, and my mom is an artist with paint. So I grew up in that atmosphere.
Sure.
My day job is a mobile pottery painting studio. So I do a studio wherever you are. I come to your house, church, school, wherever, set up a painting studio there, and take all the pieces back with me after they're painted to glaze and fire them.
How very cool.
I also work with schools to do clay classes and hand building. And so I was a business major, but I found a way to work my genes into my into my career as well.
So you could satisfy both sides of your brain.
Exactly. Yes.
And the education is probably one of the most important parts of Summerfair that we know exists, but yet, like you say, we need to put that spotlight on it. That whole area that they have for children is so wonderful at Summerfair.
Definitely. The youth arts area is definitely unused, but we are working on making that people more aware of that. And yes, we welcome your children to come. There are places that you probably wouldn't want them to be, in a glass booth or something like that, but they're definitely welcome, and we have that whole area for them to spend time, make crafts, and it's all free. So
well, because you're so involved in education, I can see why you think it's such an important part and aspect of Summerfair.
It is. Our youth is the next great artists. So, and it's an area that a lot of schools are having to do without. So it's very sad that, that might be that child's gift, and it's not being utilized and revealed to him or the world. So to have that opportunity is just key.
Well, a wonderful opportunity for the emerging artists chosen by their teachers. It will be this Saturday, correct?
Yes.
At the Anderson Center off 5 Mile Road, and you can see those emerging artists that you might see at next year's Summerfair. This year's Summerfair. It's already January, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice to have met you. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be back with more Northern Kentucky Magazine. You're watching us on ICN 6.
At Tom's Auto Service,